Hey guys, it's Reese. Welcome back to the channel. So we're doing well, not we are, but I'm doing a special, unique live tonight. This is one along with some of my other special lives where I say do not miss it for a reason, and that is because there's going to be a little bit more different stuff happening with cars tonight. Yeah, we're actually going to do a car racing thing, but it's not the car racing you might be thinking it's going to be though. And you're probably wondering, well, what does he mean by that? Why is it not 4 lane or 6 lane car racing? It's something completely different actually, and it's really fun. In fact, I have to add another car to my winners over here. I don't know if those ones race. Oh, those are the winners up there. Actually, these have not raced yet. These ones did not race. That one has won. There is a car I'm actually going to be unboxing in this live tonight. Red Supra with the wing from 94, as in 1994 that is. That's getting unboxed in this live. Yeah, surprisingly, Walmart today had 3 of them, and I was lucky enough to get one of them. I'm just going to be honest, I actually like the Supra with the wing. Without the wing, it looks kind of, I don't want to say this, but boring. I think the Supra needs a wing, or like a spoiler, wing or spoiler. I mean, they're technically the same thing, in a way, I suppose. If there is a difference, someone could let me know. And if it's that small of a difference, then, now I know the difference between a wing and a spoiler on a car. So, yeah. Anyways, yeah, I'm doing a different kind of car racing tonight, actually. I'm trying not to use premium cars, but if I have to, I will. I mean, I've already used a Hot Wheels premium car. It didn't seem to damage the tires or wheels or anything. So, should be fine. What I'm saying is that I'm talking about the mini GT cars. I may not be racing those because those are more, money than everything else here. And what I mean by that is like, these 3 mini GT cars are at the special place I go to are $14.99 plus tax. All 3 of these ones more. You may not see them, but you will soon enough. So yeah. Anyways, this is going to be interesting because I'm going to have to move the computer somewhere else just to do the special car racing thing I have set up for this live. It's kind of like drag strip racing in a way, sort of, because it's 2 cars at a time kind of thing, and that's kind of how drag racing is done. It's 2 cars at a time. It's kind of like a drag racing thing, but not really so much. It's kind of like push finger racing. That's literally what it's called. It's like 2-lane push finger drag racing. That's kind of what it's called. So yeah, I'm just gonna get some more cars moved over there for that. However, in the meantime, I shall unbox the car. There's the mini GT cars, by the way, just now. Gonna unbox it right now. The 94 Super N Red with the winger spoiler. Gotta say, it does look really cool. Is the engine open? Or do the doors open? Feels like something should open. Well, anyways, here it is unboxed. the red 1994 Toyota Supra from Auto World. This is a brand new casting for this year, by the way. Just thought I'd mention that. This is a new casting. So yeah, there it is over there right now. So that did not take too long at all. It actually says new casting right on the card, right there, right above the picture of the car. There's also a few other new castings in Auto World, but a majority of them seem to be gone before I even have a chance to have enough spending, money, whatever, to buy them. So yeah, there's the card art design, and then on the back it shows you cars in previous mixes or releases from Auto World. That is, I actually have the Auto World Corvette in black, that orange Camaro, the gray Dodge Challenger Demon, or Challenger SRT, I believe. Those Challengers, the gray and yellow one, are both demons, actually. And then today, when I was at Walmart, they had a, I want to say olive or forest green Challenger SRT. The Hellcat one, that is, by the way. Yeah, the Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat. And a forest or olive green from Auto World. Same scale as the Supra. But, obviously packaging's going to be different and stuff. So, yeah. The Supra does look really cool. I thought something was supposed to open. Oh well. It's better to just leave it as is instead of, trying to break the car. Even though it's already open, it wouldn't really make that big of a deal, but it kind of would to me, because then I wouldn't have any clue of how to put it back together, unfortunately. So yeah. You can already see a lot of cars that are going to be racing. These ones over here have already raced, so these groups back here need to race, but not all of them will, because I don't want to race some premium cars, but if I have to, I will. I just worry that if I race these mini GT cars in that launcher thing, it's going to damage them like crazy. So I'd rather not do that. I mean, if they fit in there, then it's going to happen. But if they don't fit in there, or if, a wheel goes flying off or something, I'm not racing them. In fact, I'm going to do a test just to see if it works. I'll be back shortly. I'm going to be back shortly. Yeah. Surprisingly, that worked. And nothing seems to be damaged. Wow. Well, again, there is a separation. Good news is it works, so I can race those cars. I'm just going to have to do it carefully, though. Might be better to use a bag to take all these other cars that haven't raced. We'll just leave all these eliminated cars up here in this ginormous line. So that way I already know which ones are not racing. Oh, someone's here. Hopefully they do a chat or something if they want to do that. Because I am going to be starting the special car racing, push finger drag racing thing soon in the live. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. I have some really cool cars racing in there. All of these eliminated cars right here have been eliminated, and that means they are not racing, unfortunately, because I already raced them before. However, I should have put them in the live before, as of the live I did like 1 or 2 days ago of this week, but unfortunately I forgot to do that. So I do apologize for that in advance. But the good thing is, we do get to watch cars race today, though, which is fun, because it's a new kind of car racing on my channel. Well, now that I think about it, it's kind of hard to see all these cars in this scrambled up line. I suppose. So, yeah, it's... Yeah, although unfortunately, we may have to do that. Or we just do them in, like, separate car group type things. Like, I already had it set up kind of thing. Yeah, that's going to have to work. Yep, so there's all the eliminated cars. Flames 5-pack cars, Motor Show 5-pack cars, Night Runners 5-pack cars, Zaymax, winter set from this year. And these ones right here, if you can see them, as soon as I move that out of the way, these are the winter cars. These are the winter cars right here. These are all cars that have advanced to the next round of this special new racing event I'm doing. Oh, there's another eliminated car. Yep, this car's been eliminated. However, that one is 10 plus years old, so I guess that's one reason why it probably got eliminated, is because it's not as fast compared to some of these other newer cars. So yeah, the car racing is starting soon. Just gotta get some other cars out, and then it'll start. Trust me, for the people that are here, you don't want to miss this. It's going to be so much fun. The real Cynthia, hello, how are you? That's weird. I don't understand why that's happening. Anyways, this is the racing thing that I'm talking about, that I'm using. See, I push 2 fingers and it goes up. However, it doesn't seem to want to go up unless there's cars in there. The reason why I have these down like that at all times is because I feel like if they're pushed like this, it makes the cars take a bit more time to get out of the gate kind of thing. So that's why they're down, because then it's easier for the cars to go further. So yeah, all these cars back here are the ones that will be racing. So, yeah. So yeah, all these cars back here are racing. It's probably better if I show them a bit closer up so you can see them more carefully. Well, not carefully, but closely, that is. Okay, so my baseball game just said there's a gift, and there's no gift. So I'm trying to be careful with the cars because I don't want some of them getting damaged. So if this is taking a bit longer, I'm just letting you know that's why. I'm being extra careful with the cars. There's 2 people here and only one's in the chat feature. Not sure why that is, but whatever. Not really bothering me that much. Oh, thanks. So yeah, these are all the cars that are racing tonight. We have NASCAR, Johnny Lightning, Hot Wheels, Matchbox, Mini GT, Auto World, Johnny Lightning, Green Light. I want to say I'm with some 2 machines, but I don't think so. So yeah. That may have gotten stuck, which is not so good. Well, so yeah, I'm gonna race the cars right now and see what happens. I'm just happy that there was 4 people here, and to be honest, I do not care if the other 2 of them went away, kind of thing. I mean, I'm happy with any amount of people being here as long as it's just not me talking to myself, kind of thing. Because every time that's happened, I get more bored, and then it's like sometimes, when there's no one in your lives, you feel like, is it really worth doing it if no one's watching this? And then it's like, I think I still do it because I know people are going to watch it after it's already happened. So, yeah. I want to have completely random racing, so that's why I'm choosing 2 random cars. Okay, so we have Nissan truck. Who's the truck going up against? Yeah, that's true. Some people do watch my lives afterwards, or other people will do that on other channels. Okay, so I'm going to have to move all these cars out of the way, which I just realized is going to take a while. Did not think that through, unfortunately. Got to be careful with the Mini GT cars because those are not easy to, repair if they get damaged. Alright, let's do this. 3. Hold on. I just realized something. Want to have it lined up right there. Okay, so it is lined up there. The computer may have to be a bit further back to see how far they go, but unfortunately it can only go so far. So that's kind of sad. Oh well. 3. Well, I mean, I guess for this purpose, we're gonna have to like have it be launched close to the screen, and then whichever one goes further wins. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, the truck wins. That's easy. That's easy enough to do. That did not go as crazy far as I thought it would have. But the truck wins. This is the winner of race 1. So this one's also moving on to round 2. This one's been eliminated, so that's just going to go on the table when I have time for that. Which I'm not sure when that will be, to be honest. Let's see. So Japan has won the first race. In case anyone was wondering, that Nissan truck is a Japanese vehicle, so Japan has won the first race, by the way, then, of the new racing I'm doing on this line. The first country that won twice, actually, was United Kingdom. Surprisingly, Japan actually has the most cars wins now. I just realized that. Because they have a Nissan Datsun, or Datsun wagon, and then they have the Lancer Evo Mark 9. So yeah, Japan's actually ahead of countries that have won this new racing event thing. They're ahead of USA even by 1 car only, though. USA has 2, UK has 2, Japan has 3. So Japan's ahead of everyone by 1 car so far. All right, let's see who's going to win this one, Japan or USA. That was not even close. Japan's won again. Well, that's not good. Japan's on a winning streak. It's really not so good. Japan's on a winning streak. Well, let's keep this racing going. Sorry, I had to move something off a car. These two. We have USA versus Germany, Hot Wheels versus Matchbox in this next race. Yep, it is. Okay, that's good. 3, 2, 1, go. Wow, USA wins. Well, USA's only down by 1 car against Japan now. This is really fun, actually, I will say. So we have Hot Wheels versus Mini GT, UK versus USA. 3, 2, 1, go. What? No! No! No, no, no! I thought that wasn't supposed to happen. No! I didn't expect that to happen. The wing just completely broke off the McLaren. That USA number came out. Well, unfortunately, I know I said something beforehand, but I didn't realize how big the wing or spoiler was on this McLaren. So, because of that, it can't race anymore because I just broke its wing. Yep, that just made me sad. $14.99 plus tax out the window, just like that. However, the good news is I can glue it back on, so it's not that big of a deal. I can glue it back on though, but it will take time. Well, that stinks. I wasn't expecting that to happen, but it did. Well, unfortunately, since the Senna has to get repaired, it is now disqualified from racing in the special racing event, which is sad because it didn't happen to the Lambo because the Lambo's wing was smaller, or put on differently, I suppose. Either way, that means the Ford automatically advances by default, and that means now, I mean, cars without wings should be fine. It's just that cars with really big wings, like I worried that that thing's wing could fall off too. Yeah, we're not racing the Mini GT. It was a bad idea to even think that could happen. We're not racing Mini GT. In fact, I don't want to race. I could race Johnny Lightning, but it's like, this wing could fall off. Possibly. Nope, it's not. Because it's small enough that it's not going to get damaged. So, Mini GT cars can't race, sadly, because of the wing problem. So that means we have less cars to race then, unfortunately. And I just realized something. We have an uneven amount of cars now because that McLaren and a few other cars can't race. Yep, that's not so good. Oh.
We're not official after this one, I think.
Anyway, sorry for the long pause. Background distraction happened, unfortunately. Due to the fact that the Mini GT car's wing broke, and that was a silly idea, thinking that it would work. That car cannot race, which means that I also don't feel like racing those other Mini GT cars because they're a bit more expensive, and I really need to start realizing that those are collector type cars. I should not unbox them and race them because they will get damaged really quickly. So yeah, for those few reasons, we can't race them, unfortunately. So yeah. Anyways, actually we might have an even amount. Let's see, 2, 4. We have 22 cars left in total. 3, 2, 1, go. The Dodge landed upside down. That's hilarious. It just got destroyed by the Supra. And that's another one for Japan. Advancing for country. Well, Japan's now had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the USA has how many? 1, 2. USA's only down against Japan by 1 car, actually. There's 3 or 4 people here, and I'm just surprised that not many of them are doing chat feature stuff. Surprisingly. Anyways, back to the racing. We have double NASCAR this time, which technically means USA wins either way because NASCAR is an American car racing sport. 3, 2, 1, go. And USA does win because the Camaro beats the Camry. So USA and Japan are tied yet again for cars advancing in this push finger drag racing. Yeah, this is really fun. Really fun. This is going to be interesting. We have American Muscle versus German family van, but you kind of can't really find them much more. Raptor and Raptor. Oh, not much. Just racing cars right now. Raptor and Raptor. Did you see the video I made yesterday? Sorry about that. Dog just ran upstairs really fast for no reason whatsoever. Anyways, sorry for the distraction because I got sidetracked by that. I'm not sure if you saw that video, Raptor and Raptor, that I made yesterday about the player I have at Diamond Level 3. Yeah, I won the playoffs in TSP 21 like 1 or 2 days ago this week, and I pretty much wasted all my gold on that player box just to get one player that high player level rated up. But the only reason I did that is because it's a player I like. And he's already up to Diamond Level 3. 3, 2, 1, go. What just happened? I thought I... Did something like fall off the van or whatever? Don't think so. Doesn't look like it. Oh, it's dust. That's what it was. You haven't opened what box? Are you talking about the rally season box, Raptor and Raptor? Because the newest rally season player is a 520 Prime, and it's Raymond Laureano, or Laureano, however you pronounce his last name. He does really good at platinum or diamond level in rally season 38. That is in the game. I highly suggest you open that box because you have a better shot of getting him compared to some of the other rewards. Given the fact that there's only 4 rewards in rally season 38 box. There's Prime and Legend XP, then there's a regular rally season player, 2 skills, and an X Factor skill. Oh, you got the 360. That's not so good. Excuse you, Susan Rhymes? That's not even close to what I'm talking about. Oh. Okay. That makes sense. Well, just had a Dodge win. Susan Rhymes. That has nothing to do with cars or video games. I mean, in a way, it has stuff to do with video games and cars, sort of, because, of those movies and stuff. But I'm not even talking about Disney stuff whatsoever right now. In fact, what I mean by cars is, the small 164 scale cars that you use like these. I think USA just took the lead over Japan. Well, we're not winning. Yeah. Not winning whatsoever. Okay. Well, that's totally your choice. Oops, sorry. Just had the 55 panel hit the Chevy Camaro NASCAR and my new Supra I just got, which I think I shall race right now. However, it's only fair that he goes up against someone with premium tires because, these are rubber tires actually, so it would be fair if that happens. The only other premium car is this Chevy, but the Chevy is so heavy that I think that Supra is going to win. Actually, correction. I do have a different car I could use that has premium tires. Never mind what I had said. 3, 2, 1, go. Wow, he lost to that wagon. I wonder if he would have lost to that other wagon. Probably not, because it's way heavier. But that thing even... Okay, that thing takes up too much space. But the Supra had one, had it been this one. Probably. No, he still loses somehow. Susan Rhymes, excuse me. That is an irrelevant question. Please do not ask questions right now. You're totally disobeying the rules of my live right now. I don't like saying this, but Susan Rhymes, you're unfortunately breaking the rules of my live. And, whether you're a new or old person to my channel, like subscriber or not, I'm sorry if I'm hurting your feelings, but talking about stuff not related to cars or video games right now is kind of considered just weird and inappropriate, in my opinion. Because it has nothing to do with, the car racing stuff I'm doing right now. I mean, not even any of the cars I'm using are Disney-themed cars. In fact, I don't even collect those cars because those are like more little kid type car things. If I ever buy them, I would just keep them carded, and then it's like, what would I do with them? That's kind of silly. I should have also put in the description, please read the description before entering the live, and now I kind of feel like it's better off if I do. So, yeah. That's sad. Well, I mean, given the fact that we technically did race that huge thing, it technically would have advanced, but that was just a what if kind of race, so it doesn't really count then quite yet. So we're gonna do this Corvette versus an SUV. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so the SUV won. Just kidding, it lost. I was being funny. Looks like USA is winning way more races now against everyone else. I mean, the sad thing is, soon enough, it's going to be nothing but USA, unfortunately. However, I don't have time to race all my cars because that would take way too long to do. We all know that's obviously true. Going to do another NASCAR race really quickly, so that way we can get that out of the way. 3, 2, 1, go. Wow, this time USA technically lost because this Camry is based off a car made in Japan, but in an unfortunate way, since NASCAR is considered a USA car racing sport, technically USA has won. But since we're going by car country, not where the cars are racing from, then yes, we are going to count that as Japan. So yeah, for that reason, and that's the reason, and that's the thing I've been sticking to is we do it by where the cars are made from kind of thing. Japan has won then. If we were doing it by where the cars are racing from, then that would be really confusing because that would take way more time to figure out. Well, it has to race this one then, unfortunately. So we have a double Chevy showdown, meaning that USA wins either way. It's really silly that I had raced that McLaren because I didn't think that was going to happen. But it did. I mean, the good news is, like I said, I can still glue the wing on. However, the wing was made out of kind of cheap material stuff, so yeah. Oh, wow. Interesting. The Camaro destroys the Chevy wagon, panel wagon. That was not even close whatsoever. Not a close one whatsoever. We're going to do 2 4-wheel drive cars. We have basically 4-wheel drive off-road truck versus 4-wheel drive performance sports car. I'm honestly not sure who's going to win, but it's going to be fun. 3, 2, 1, go. What? Okay, unfair race. Audi's disqualified because the Ford did not move. That Audi actually just went super far. Did the Ford not even move? No, it didn't. 3, 2, 1, go. Now it's worked. And the Audi still wins, so that didn't really matter that had happened. So we have some small cars now. We have a 32 Ford Coupe in red with black flames on it. Hot Rod Coupe. And then we have 2019 Fiat 500 Turbo. 3, 2, 1, go. Well, I mean, sideways is still considered sideways. It's not like it's upside down. And if it had been upside down, we probably should have restarted the race. But unfortunately, since I didn't go over rules and all of that for racing, and it's drag racing, which is different, the Fiat wins. So, yeah. All right, down to the final 2 races, and then we move on to round 2. That's if we have an even amount of cars. If not, then we have to do round 2 at a different time. So we have a truck versus a hatchback sedan. It's GMC versus Honda. Japan versus USA. 3, 2, 1, go. What? The truck just did a lot of barrel roll flips and somehow still manages to win. And it's not even close. I'm looking at the race results and it's not even close. Somehow this truck demolished that Honda Civic by quite a few feet or inches apart. There's another win for USA. Well, USA is winning this one because these are both American cars. We have a Ford Mustang versus a Hot Wheels Red Edition Cedar. 3, 2, 1. Sorry for that delayed start. 3, 2, 1, go. Sorry about that. Okay, so now I need to see how many cars we do actually have here that are officially racing. These 2 cars are just going to put themselves in automatic elimination zone. Let's see. This is a lot of cars. A bit more than I had thought. Yep, that definitely is. 1. I just counted. There's 1 away from an uneven amount. Meaning that, unfortunately, I have to choose one of the losing cars to make it 22. But then I just realized 22 is not an even number. I mean, technically it is because you can divide it by 2 to get 11. Interesting. Wow. That's just interesting. I'm just gonna say that, Raptor. I'm surprised that had happened. Speaking of the baseball game, there's supposed to be a gift in the game now, and it's not showing up still. So yeah, that's kind of bizarre. There's supposed to be a gift in this game, and yeah, they are complaining about this gift and like why is it not there and all of that stuff. See, I don't understand, but that gift is still not showing up for me. So yeah, like I had mentioned in the previous video, I spent a lot of gold over these past few days and got this to happen. The Rally Season 38 player up to Diamond Level 3. The speed is 178, power is 445, and hit is 507. Yep. I'm not sure who Rally Season 14 was, but Loreno is doing pretty good on my team. He already has 15 home runs. You know what I'm thinking? The gift that they had shown right now in the game probably doesn't show up till 10 p.m. tonight. Well, not 10, correction, 8 p.m. Because that's when this CBC event ends. I just realized that. Also, the player shop has new player boxes in it, kind of like a few weeks ago. Yeah, so the player shop has a chance for all-time great player boxes to show up. However, there's like other stuff in there like Legend XP, Prime XP, I want to say bonus games, Evo tokens, franchise coins. I'm just gonna say this, Raptor. Please just chill. None of my legend players are even diamond level yet. And also, thanks for letting me know how the rating is for Shohei Ohtani, the 520 pitcher from that Thanksgiving Day box at diamond level 10. I already saw his rating there because you have him on your team as the pitcher I'm facing, if I'm not mistaken right now. I do have that pitcher on my team too, but he's not diamond level 10. He's only gold level 10 right now. I actually have two HEG pitchers on my team, Gibson and Maddox, and then I have Marshall. I have three legendary pitchers and then two primes, but both of my prime starting pitchers are both 520. Then most of my relievers are like 480 to 500 something, I believe. So yeah. Well, unfortunately, we can't do part 2 of this car racing thing because I don't really have there's not an even amount of cars, sadly. There's 21. We would need 2 more to make it even, because then we could get 24 down to 2, which would be 12. 12 divided by 2 is 6. And 6 divided by 2 is 3, but then 3 is an uneven number, meaning we would have to have another car in there to make it 4. So yeah, this is just going to take too long. So for those reasons, unfortunately, we can't do part 2 of the special car racing thing tonight. But, however, the good news is I can show all the cars that have won then. And are advancing to the next round. Yeah, it was a silly idea to even think of racing that McLaren Senna Mini GT. I knew that wing was going to fall off the moment I had raced it. I was already thinking that I could have gotten away with it, but it turned out, nope, that's a bad idea. Because I didn't realize how big that wing was on the car. And then it's like, oh, that's way bigger than I had thought. So yeah, these are all the winner cars from the live. Ones that I did race in today's live, and ones that I did race like 1 or 2 days ago of this week, but we're not in a live or video of any kind. But I'm showing them in this live anyways. So let me know what your favorite cars out of all these cars that have won the special racing using this thing from Hot Wheels. Yeah, this is a Hot Wheels drag racing thing of some sort, I believe. That fit in there, but I guess not. Oh well, that's fine. Never mind. The real Cynthia, you gotta choose one. Unfortunately, this is the only time I'm saying that choosing one is kind of a bit more useful. I mean, it's not like I'm doing a subscriber race event kind of thing, but yeah. just pick one car from here that you like from the racing event I did as of 2 times this week. If I was to rearrange them by country, that might help people, because then they would be like, which red one? There's 3 red cars in here. Well, technically, there's only 2 really red cars in here. The real Cynthia, I'm not sure if you're talking about this one or this one, because these are both red. This one's red, but it has decals on it, which doesn't make it fully red. This is actually the most red car out of everything here. Oh, between the 2. Oh, you're talking about this one then. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Diecast Cars Collector, hey, you finally made it on my live today. I'm so glad you joined. So yeah, let me know what your favorite is of these cars in the chat feature or comments of this live. When it is over, it's not over yet, but it will be sometime soon. Diecast Cars Collector, since you're here, I would like you to do the same thing. Let me know which one is your favorite out of all these cars that have won my new racing event that I'm doing. Was 5 people here, but not anymore. I'm just really glad that the person who completely just went out of complete random order and started talking about stuff like the Disney things. Yeah, that was just super bizarre and kind of strange because when I'm talking about cars and video games, I'm talking about sports video games or car racing video games. I did not ever mention anything about Disney whatsoever in my previous lives or videos, that is, as far as I can recall. So yeah, now I may have to get a little bit more picky about what I say in my description and what I say in the chat feature, and I don't want that to happen. That's kind of what they're doing. That's actually what they're doing. That's what they're doing. Yep. They're giving us gifts for when players get traded. And if they did, they would have had way more gifts to give us. Yeah, still no sign of that gift yet, surprisingly. So, Raptor, what's your favorite card of all these cards that have won and are advancing to the next round of this new car racing event I'm doing on my channel? orange car? This orange car? That one? Because this has way more orange than the other car. This one's like a bronze brown tan color. That's like orange and black, and this is way more orange than black. Okay, that's good to know. Surprisingly, no one's asked me, hey, what's your favorite car from the cars that have advanced? I mean, I'm not saying anyone's forced to ask me that, and it's just that, I thought someone would have asked me that already because I'm asking the, few people in this live to, do that. So yeah, if anyone wants to know what my favorite is from all these cars advancing, it actually may be a surprise to you. But I'm going with an interesting car because I did not think it was going to advance even. So yeah, this is my favorite. This is my favorite car that has advanced to the next round, the Lancer Evo Mark 9. Unfortunately, I do not have that Hot Wheels garage you are talking about. Because they are probably kind of expensive, I suppose. I don't know, to be honest. Yeah, so that gift is probably coming at 8 p.m. because that's when this CVC is ending. So yeah. Well, I have showed stuff in baseball game. And I've done some car stuff. I've shown some cars. I've raced cars. So yeah, technically now is the best time to ask questions, I suppose. Now, I understand, like I said before, the Disney thing has nothing to do with the live, but in a way it kind of does because, I am trying to be a little bit more open during the Q&A part, but it's kind of rude just to ask questions at any given time in the live. Because I did say in the description, questions are happening at the end. Favorite team in what? What's your favorite team in what? NHL, NBA, NCAA, men's, women's basketball, lacrosse. I will say this, I do not have a favorite team in, baseball. That's kind of hard because I have so many teams I like. I mean, technically, the teams that I cheer for most often are the Rockies and Phillies, but, I wouldn't say those are like my favorite teams ever kind of thing because, I was kind of, the place that, this actually has to relate to baseball, but, unfortunately, where I was from, growing up, sadly, the state that I was in didn't have a professional baseball team, unfortunately. So, yeah. I guess my favorite team is, besides Rockies and Phillies, those are kind of tied for first, I suppose. My second, well, actually, I have a three-way tie for first. Philly, it's really between the Rockies, Phillies, and Rays. And what I mean by Rays is Tampa Bay Rays, but the Tampa Bay Rays may or may not be moving to Canada, actually. However, there's been, some talk or rumors that may or may not happen, unfortunately. So, yeah. Well, given the fact that we only had 3 people choose cars for this, favorites thing tonight kind of deal, if you don't watch it live kind of thing, I don't know what you're talking about, but the Rays just got a pitcher from the Yankees, Corey Kluber. By the way, I just heard Scherzer's no longer on the Dodgers, so yeah, that'll hurt Dodgers fans a lot. Not to mention Corey Seager's no longer on the Dodgers either. He's going to be on the Texas Rangers for 3 years. And Scherzer's going to the New York Mets. And I just heard DeGrom's getting traded to a different team, I believe. Marcus Semion's also going to be on the Rangers. So that'll be interesting having those 2 big power batters on the Rangers come next year. Hey, just because they made an All-Star game does not mean the Rays have other better players that can hit decently too. Brandon Lau is actually better than Joey Wendell. And yeah. I don't like to say this, but Brandon Lau is way better than Joey Wendell. He has gotten more home runs than Joey Wendell in the past 2 seasons of baseball for the Rays. So yeah. Not really a big loss because the Rays still have Wander Franco. They have a switch hitter shortstop on their team. Mike Zunino's still on their team, I believe, and Mike Zunino, he has some big-time power in his bat for the Rays. Kiermaier's still on their team, and outfielder somewhere. Nelson Cruz is still on the Rays. Austin Meadows is still on the Rays. Wait, Kiermaier's getting traded? I did not hear that. Well, actually, believe it or not, Lau can play second base and outfield for the Rays. So technically, Lau is a double defensive player. He can play second base or outfielder, or sometimes he'll even play third base if need be. Lau can pretty much play anywhere in defense for the Rays and still get decently good amount of outs for them or hits on either side. No matter what position he's playing, he can still hit the ball pretty well for the Rays. I actually play MLB The Show, by the way. I just got a shutout on that game like 1 or 2 days ago this week with my creative team. Because Austin Meadows hit a 2-run home run in that game. And one of my other players scored because they threw it a bit wide to third base, and that allowed my player to score. I actually hit a home run with Joey Votto on my team, and apparently Votto is a diamond card actually in that game. Or one of them is anyways. Yeah, Votto's a diamond card, but I think the one I have of him on my creative team may or may not be a diamond one. It might be on gold instead. But still, either way, he did hit a home run in a creative game. Okay, I'm sorry to say this, Raptor, but I'm not trying to say this to hurt your feelings, but you're kind of hurting my feelings because I don't have 99 diamond players on my creative team, and that's kind of like and you're in TSP 21, it's kind of like you're being a show off to everyone, and that's just not nice. I'm sorry to say this, but letting everyone know you have like an amazing team and everyone else you go against has a not so good team, it's kind of like hurting their feelings in a way. Because I don't like saying this, but there's a time where like letting everyone know like you have a wow amazing team and everyone else has a not so good team, there's a time and place where that's acceptable to be talked about. But in a live stream where I'm talking about cars and all of this stuff and I'm trying to have fun, this is not the time to do that. So I don't like saying this. Please delete those messages in the chat feature. I'm not saying you're, banned or anything from the channel, but, it's kind of weird that you're just going off about all these, like, amazing things you have and, all these amazing things that, I don't have in the baseball games. Which is kind of why, I like where this is cars and video games, thing. So, yeah. Anyways, I do have to get going, unfortunately. I'm so sorry for all the, uncalled for chat and all of that stuff happening. Yeah. Let's just, regroup, reorganize, and refocus, and, just think about positives. Just, I just want to say this. Everyone should be happy with what they have. Whether it's coming down to, like, video game stuff, like car racing video games, sports video games like hockey, etc., or like the diecast cars, all of that stuff. Everyone should just be, happy with what they have. And if you're not, then, I don't know what to say, sadly, because, there comes a fine line where people should start realizing that they should be more happy and content with what they have already. So, yeah. I mean, yeah, this is a first that I'm saying this because, you would feel like, why do you have so many cars kind of thing? And it's like, the only reason why I keep getting more cars is because racing these cars makes me so happy. Playing these games makes me happy. If I didn't have, a happiness factor behind the reasons why I collect and race and play all these video games and whatnot, it's like, my channel would never have been made to begin with, honestly. But the reason why I ended up starting this channel a few years ago is to get people excited about, playing with these cars down Hot Wheels tracks and stuff like that. Or playing, these car racing video games or sports video games like NHL, NFL, and so on and so forth video games. So yeah. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this live. Hopefully everyone has a good rest of their day, evening, morning, just depending on where you are living, that is. I know I'm having fun. I mean, if everyone has fun, that's all that matters really during these lives. As long as you're having fun, nothing else really matters then. But I will say this. When you're in a live, just realize that, if you're not the one hosting the live, you gotta be kind of careful of what you say in the chat feature. Like, side chats. I'm okay with them happening. Just realize that, if you're not letting me know who you're talking to in a side chat, you could be talking to everyone in the, live stream chat feature, including me as well. And then that throws me off my schedule. And I don't like that happening because it's, disrupting the host. And that's not really the best thing to do. So, yeah. I don't want to get more, restrictive on description rules and stuff like that to follow. Because then if I do, it's like these lives won't be fun for anyone anymore. And I honestly, if that has to happen, I honestly would say there's no point of me making those lives if I have to get, more strict with the things that I say in the description of rules to follow kind of thing. I really don't want that to happen. But if it has to happen, then unfortunately, I don't know how these lives are gonna, be like, in future. Because I really just wish that never has to happen. I want these lives to be fun and creative, kind of thing. And that's the way they should be. Fun, creative, and happy, and other positive films. And if they're not, then, unfortunately, I won't make them. If, that can't happen. So, yeah. But the good news is, all of my life so far, I haven't, had too many, not so great experiences. I mean, there might be a few here and there kind of thing where, the chat gets, a little carried away about other things and stuff like that. And people don't realize, oh, we're not supposed to be doing this till this point of the live stream. Just, gentle reminder, try to realize that, side chats and questions, they're allowed to happen, but, I don't want them happening in randomized order. Because then it just throws the scheduled, planned events in the live that I do completely out the window. And I don't want that to happen. So that's why, I try to say Q&A at the end, because then it means all the stuff I have already planned can be done. So, yeah. Bye, everyone. Before I end the stream, just be on the lookout for more TSP21 videos for both of my teams. Hopefully I can someday have a better setup because I'm planning on doing a live where I am, I know a lot of people do this. They make special videos and MLB The Show and other sports games like that, like NHL and so on and so forth. So yeah, hopefully I can do stuff like that soon.